I'm Jordan Ham here in Tucson. Just wrapped up a great week of spring games for U of A and ASU. And before we get into what's going on with the current teams, let's look at a past Wildcat, Jordan Morgan, first round pick for the Green Bay Packers this year, number 25 overall. He was in Tucson for the U of A spring game, and I was able to catch up with him on what this draft pick means and how Southern Arizona helped get him to where he is today.
I had a range where I was 20 to 32, and I was hearing a lot of things, but I mean, it was a shock for sure. I mean, when I got that call and saw it was from Wisconsin, it was a shock for sure. My heart dropped, and I was excited.
How do you feel like you're a good fit in the Packer offense?
I mean, if you see David Bakhtiari, he plays really well. I feel like I model my game after him a little bit, and I think I could be able to be a plug-and-play player, either at guard or tackle. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to get out there and play and win.
How did the Southern Arizona community help get you to where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been so supportive, no matter what it's been, from the injury, from the losing seasons that we had. I mean, we had 3, and 4 actually, and it was just so it was so hard, but everybody stayed in and believed in us, and that really helped me out a lot.
The decision coming back for another year certainly seems like it paid off. When you look back at that moment and trying to make that decision, what goes through your mind and seeing how it paid off?
Yeah, I mean, I thank God for all the decisions I've made. My parents helped me through it all. The coaches helped me through it all. I'm thankful for everybody that helped me make my decision to come back, and it really paid off.
And do you have a message for Packer fans?
Get ready, because I'm about to be the best player out there, man. I mean, I want to be able to protect Jordan Love. Everybody's been blowing me up about that, protect Jordan Love. And, I mean, I want to be that player for him. I want to be the one that he can trust out there, to know I got his back, and know that for the running backs, I can open the holes for them.
Great stuff there from Jordan. Now let's focus to the current Wildcat team. Brent Brennan in his first offseason. A lot of changes this offseason here in Tucson. Some players leaving, some coming in, but the main core really has stayed put, and that's going to be key for Brent Brennan moving forward, as the transfer portal is still open for a few more weeks. But the one thing he's really preached, and the one thing that he's seen coming into this, is family here in Tucson, and he wants the community to be first and foremost, whether that's the fans, whether that's recruits, whether that's current players, whether that's former players.
I really hope anybody that comes around our program can feel that it's a great place to be, that it's a fun place to be, it's an exciting place to be, and that we're like, the people really care about each other. And I think everybody says that, everybody says family or whatever, and I don't think it's real in most places, but it's real here. And we're going to double down on that. And to the credit of these players, they had that when I came in.
And a big part of the success last year, Noah Fafita, the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, the College Football Freshman of the Year, and he is trying to raise the bar not only for him, but the rest of this program.
I think a trust factor in from the coaches to the players and players between players. And we knew it was going to be a little rocky coming in with a new terminology, a new scheme. But like I said, the coaches did a great job kind of helping us in a lot of ways on and off the field. And I think we finished on a good note.
What's so beautiful about Noah is he's always trying to learn. He's always trying to improve. He's always in there with Coach Babers. He's always in the facility. He's always asking me in between series, like, hey, what'd you see? And he wants to be coached all the time, and he just absorbs information at an incredible rate. And that was something that was really fun, because there was a little bit of scheme variation, right, with kind of marrying some of the verbiage and concepts that the players were comfortable with what we had done in the past, and he just did a great job at that.
Now let's head up the I-10 to Arizona State. Second offseason for Kenny Dillingham, and such a different spring than last year. And Coach Dillingham wants to see the culture evolve, make sure that the players are leading the players, as well as the coaches raising the bar for those players as well. And it's guys that want to be in Tempe and guys that want to push each other and have that certain mentality, ready to get to work and ready to go after it in their first year in the Big 12.
And I actually thought they had great energy, great juice. The competitive fire was there. And that's what I look to see in these settings, is who doesn't want to turn it down. And we told Leaf he wasn't going, he went in. We told Jordan we didn't want him to go, he went in. We told Scat we were going to limit him, he put himself back in. And those are the guys that you win football games with, are guys that love the game of football and love contact and just everything about it.
A few takeaways from this spring, at least from my perspective, that The running back room is very deep, and some thunder and lightning can happen with Cam Scadaboo, more of a power back, delivered some punishing hits in the spring game, and then Raleek Brown can be that lightning. He has that big play capability, came from USC this past season, and he just needs a little bit of green in front of him, and he can really make some big plays happening. And so we'll see how the other complimentary bats go in there. Kyson Brown had a really good spring. Jason Brown Jr. is coming in. DeCarlos Brooks is a great option as well if he can stay healthy. And we saw with Scadaboo last year, when he didn't have to carry the entire load, he was really at his best when they could really shuffle in quite a few different guys. The linebacker position is another one that I'm looking at here moving forward. They bring back Tate Romney, Caleb McCullough, a couple guys that got a lot of snaps, especially in the second half of the season, and AJ Cooper's group brought in a lot of newcomers and a lot of guys that have played quite a bit at other programs, and now they're going to be battling for spots. And really, he feels like it's a completely different spring going through this, making sure that the depth is there, but also making sure that now they're able to push the competition and everybody's level can be raised.
So just getting them to be the best version of themselves, especially with, I think, young men in this age, you got to get them comfortable with being able to handle critique from their peers and being able to critique their peers and know that it's not personal and it's just football. Does that make sense? And that's something we work on a lot in our meeting. You know, I have the guys coach each other a lot on things so they're comfortable critiquing each other, and we do it out in the field as well. You know what I mean? Because that's a big hurdle. Once the guys know that it's not personal and trying to make each other better, then the leadership can really grow, and I expect that to really happen this summer.
So the spring session is now wrapped up. Now we wait for the transfer portal to close over the next couple of weeks, and then it gets into summer workouts. And I feel like a lot of the questions that we have now about both ASU and U of A, some of those will be answered the closer and closer we get, but it's a new era for both of them heading to the Big 12 this fall.